And once again, we rejoin George Hrab. George, you're at Moravian, you get the degree. Now what?
Yeah, now what? Well, I ended up working for the college. I spent a summer working there, and then the position for music librarian opened up. So I applied for that, and since I was quite familiar with the music library, managed to finagle a position there. Did that for about a year and a half, and then the facilities coordinator position opened up in the music department, and I somehow managed to con them into giving me that position as well, and stayed there for about a year and a half, 2 years, and enjoyed it, but just wasn't playing any music, and had to constantly turn down jobs, which sort of started wearing on me. It was great. It was nice dealing with music and dealing with all the artists that would come in for concerts and to coordinate all that kind of activity and run the shows.
But you were one.
Exactly. It was this sort of temptation that was sort of dangling, and I was off on the side running lights and making sure that ticket sales were working out. So I sort of reached a point where I said, I have to play more. I have to sort of get out there and do that. And that was 7 years ago. And I haven't looked back since. I've been very fortunate that I hooked up with a number of very talented, very loyal local musicians and not local musicians, and have been making a living playing music, primarily drums.
You have an opinion about almost everything in this world, and it comes out in your music.
Well, yeah.
How about giving us an example of...
Sure, I could, if you want an opinion song, I'll give you an opinion song. On my third album, which is called Vitriol,
right.
There's a song that's called Speak to You. And basically, I remember watching a documentary on HBO about psychics and about mediums, and about people that can purport to speak to dead people. And the subject was so infuriating to me because it was presented so poorly, and the proof that they were providing was such a crock. It was done so obscenely, without any kind of consistency. And this was supposed to be proof that yes, this person can speak to the dead. So instead of kicking in my television, I sort of started scribbling some words and ended up with this. And it's the idea of why would someone who is a loved one, why is someone who has died and who can transcend the realms of time and space and change everything that we know about how the universe works by crossing over, by coming back, why would they want to tell you that, yes, you have a locket on your dresser? You know? I mean, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And this technique of cold reading, it's just obscene. It's just obscene how it's these grief mongers, I call them, take advantage of people that want to believe in this stuff, and you can't blame people for believing in it because they want to believe they're stricken with grief and they're reaching out for anything. But for people to take advantage of that, I find it abhorrent. So
this leads to a song, George.
It leads to a song.
Sip of water from the RCN mug, and
that's right.
Away you go.
So this is called Speak to You. You tell me he's okay, but I'm not sure just what that means. You search for things to say, you gauge reactions to fit your schemes. I thought you said he was a younger man. Now you've changed your song. It seems the details aren't in your plan. Some remember the right, I remember the wrong. Why would he only speak to you? Why would he choose to tell you things that only I should hear? Why would he say those things that aren't true? Why would he only speak to you? You tell me she's alright, convince me she's always standing near. She's with me every night, saying the words you think I wanna hear. I tell you it doesn't make a lot of sense, but you can defense. You tell me she's doing well, I tell you she's still alive. Why would she only speak to you? Why would she choose to tell you things that only I should hear? Why would she say those things that aren't true? Why would she only speak to you? I don't think like you think, I don't feel like you feel, I don't search for answers where I know they won't be found. I don't see what you see, I don't hear what you hear, I don't think you realize the damage you have done. I don't want what you want, I won't cry like you cry. I'm content to live with memories inside of my mind. What's the point of this? I don't feel better, I feel worse. I received your poison kiss, your lips don't quench my mind's thirst. You say that I'm just not accepting you, I say that isn't so. Your logic doesn't seem to carry through. You say to heal me, hold on, but to heal I'm letting go. What would they speak to you? What would they choose to tell you things that only I should hear? What would they say those things that aren't true? What would they only speak to you? That's that. I'm actually a very well-adjusted, happy person. You know, this is my therapy. You know, it's instead of kicking a dog, you sort of write a tune and you manage to deal better with it. So
I understand. How about taking us out of the second segment, George? And we'll be right back. Stay tuned. There's much more right here on Community Spotlight.
how do you do what you do?